Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Ah, ooh. Take me home today. Take me out to play. Take me back into that sweet, sweet melody.
Good morning and welcome to a new Disney vlog. Today I am checking out of the Wyndham and heading across to Disney's Wilderness Lodge to check into one of the studios over at Copper Creek Villas, which I cannot wait for. I've never stayed there. I have stayed at Boulder Ridge, which is the other DVC section, but the Copper Creek ones are much newer, much nicer, and I'm super excited. I explained in yesterday's video why I'm doing that, so if you don't know all about that, I will link that vlog below and you can watch that to get caught up on why I'm doing one random night at the end of the trip there. But I'm all packed, everything's in the suitcase, and I'm just going to get in an Uber across to Wilderness Lodge, leave my luggage there because I'm sure the room won't be ready yet, and then we're going to head across to Epcot, and then this evening I'm going back to the Magic Kingdom with the extra hours, and I do want to head back to the hotel in between that time because the Magic Kingdom is open till 1 AM, so I obviously don't want to be too exhausted, so I'll do Epcot, take a break, and then we will head back to the Magic Kingdom. And I'm not going to get Genie Plus today, but I did treat myself on my last day to a Guardians of the Galaxy Lightning Lane, which was $14 plus tax, so I'll put that on the screen here. I absolutely love that ride. I really want to get to do that today. And again, even though I'm in an off-site hotel, I think I booked it around 9:30 this morning, something like that, and there was still availability, which really surprised me. When I suddenly remembered, I thought, oh my gosh, I bet there's none left now, and you could still get one for like actually I think 3:30 was the earliest, and then they had them throughout the rest of the evening, so perhaps it's not going to be a crazy busy day today. I was surprised there was any availability left for those lightning lanes. A lot of people will be trying to wait and see what happens at 1 PM if they can get into the standby virtual line, and then they'll maybe try and book one. I don't know, but I've secured mine anyway, so I've got that. I should mention these ears are Disney ones. They're one of my favorite pairs, these red ones, and this play suit I have on today is one of my absolute favorites. It's from Boohoo and it has like lace around the bottom as well, and this belt is also from Boohoo. I will link it below if it's all still available. Okay, I've just booked my Uber and they are 1 minute away. That's happened to me almost every time this trip, like the Uber is right around the corner each time, and it was $13.99 this one to get to Wilderness Lodge, so let's get going. And it's goodbye to the Wyndham. It's been very good actually, I've really enjoyed it, and I'll talk more at the end of the trip about whether I recommend it and all of that kind of thing. Okay, here we go, and I always like to film as I walk in here because it is a very impressive lobby. A little bit like Animal Kingdom Lodge. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to stay here. Here I am at room 1134. It was already prepared, so I can come straight to the room, which is amazing. I'm right here by the elevator, which is just behind me there. So this is perfect. Let's get in and have a look. Now this looks very nice. Copper Creek is in the main building of Wilderness Lodge, whereas Boulder Ridge is like a separate building. And first of all, compared to when we were at Old Key West, look at this mirror. It is not only full length, it is absolutely enormous. It's the whole length of this sliding door that slides across the bathroom. You've got a really big vanity area and then another big mirror above. And then you have the bathroom, which is a shower over the bath, and obviously the toilet in there. Got some artwork going on too. And because this is a DVC studio, you have your little kitchen area. So we've got a microwave, coffee maker, sink and fridge there. There is also a toaster in that cupboard, an ice bucket, and then you have cups and plates and stuff there. Then coming into the main part of the room, you have quite a big bedside table there, and of course the bed, another big bedside table on the other side with your phone. Then there is a couch, which will be a pull-out. So this will be the second bed in the room. I must admit, I do prefer the new pull-down beds that they have in the new Saratoga Springs rooms. Maybe one day they will have that in here. I personally just find that a lot better than having this type of couch because it's just that much easier to pull down into a bed at the end of the day. But I obviously won't be using it as anything other than a couch, so that's fine. And then they have a little table here, and we have a nice Disney book. Then you do have a little table and chairs here, another mirror, and then a unit with lots of different drawers. I love all the different handles, that's very cool. And then a very large TV above. And I'm on the ground floor here, so this is our little patio, and out here we have a table and 2 chairs, and this is quite nice because it is sort of blocked off on either side, so we just got some nice lawn there. This is quite nice because some of the patios are very open, so it's not super private, like there would be other people right there, but this is really nice. And we've just got a little view of some of the rest of the hotel. I love how they also have the Disney Resort TV thing playing when you come in. I love hearing the music when you come into your Disney room. It's great to be back here in a Disney hotel, and the cast members were great when they were checking me in. I don't have too much of an agenda for Epcot today other than the couple of things I told you about earlier, and then definitely going to the World Showcase and heading left this time. I haven't been to Mexico yet or into Norway. I love Mexico so much. I need to do the Grand Fiesta tour as well. So let's get going and get over there. I have the slight issue today that my umbrella does not fit into this bag that I'm using. I was almost going to leave it, but you all know what is going to happen if I leave this. I can't do it, I can't do it. I will just carry it. I forgot to update you as well about those noisy people in the room next to me last night. It was terrible. I woke up at like 1:30 in the morning and they were still shouting, like at the top of their voices. I was this close to calling reception about it. And I thought, let me just lay here and see if I can go back to sleep. And I was tired enough that I did, but they were so loud. I thought I would just mention that because I did say about it when I was wrapping up the vlog, and yeah, they were really bad, like really, really late into the night. Okay, we're back at the lobby and I'm not actually 100% sure where the bus transportation is. Oh, there we go, bus transportation this way. So I won't get my coffee from Roaring Fork. I'll wait until we get to Epcot because that's in the opposite direction. And for those of you on Weather Watch, I think we've steamed up again because we've just come out from the aircon. For those of you on Weather Watch, it is looking to get up to 35 again today, so it's going to be a hot one. But like I say, that's why I'm planning on coming back a bit later for a break, and then hopefully in the Magic Kingdom tonight it won't be too bad. Oh, there's one there. That's good timing. Hopefully he's going to wait for me. Okay, we're through security, and I just took a look at the app, and it does look as if Spaceship Earth, Soarin' and Living with the Land all have quite high wait times at the moment. So I think I'll maybe do World Showcase first, and if there's time later, I will do those. I think I'll get my coffee from Starbucks this morning. I do usually use the Joffrey's because there's no line. I fancy a Starbucks coffee this morning. And I might just get a little photo pass. I've hardly done any photo pass pictures this trip. Oh yeah, that line is pretty real, and you are stood outside in the heat. That would not be for me. So I have my coffee and I have my cheese Danish in here, and the total was $9.88. I was also randomly given this with no explanation. She just said, do I want this? It's a dragon drink. I was like, yeah, sure. So I got that for free, and I have no idea why. I guess it just got made by mistake or something. I should say it did take like a solid 20 minutes waiting for the drink to get made. So when you come in here, the line to actually pay is not the part that takes ages, it's actually getting the drink. So I'm gonna have this, and then we're gonna set off around the World Showcase, going to Mexico first. I'm so excited to go to Mexico and ride the Grand Fiesta tour. It's one of my favorite things to do in Epcot. I just love that pavilion so much. And also, while I was in line for this coffee, I met Rose and Ben. So hi to you guys, and thank you for saying hello. I hope you managed to get through the heat, because you were saying that you had been struggling through this heat, which I can relate. Okay, I'm all done with the drinks, and now I am going to head over to Mexico, but I'm going to go via the Creations shop. I still just want to see whether they ever did get that same Pride Spirit jersey that they have at Disneyland Paris. I really don't think that they do. I haven't seen it anywhere on Instagram or anything. It's just wishful thinking, so I really love it, so I just want to see if they do have it. And they do have a, I think this is a Harmonious Spirit jersey. Yes, it is. I do have one that has this glittery stuff on it, and it looks good, but it kind of annoys me when I wash things because it gets stuck on other stuff. And they do also have a water bottle here. I don't think I saw this stuff the other day. $24.99, unless I totally missed it, of course. And they do have this Spaceship Earth backpack, which is it a backpack? Yeah, it is. It's quite large. It's a lot bigger than like a Loungefly size. That is $59.99. Pretty cool. And I did just run into Laura there, so hi to you. I always love meeting you guys here in the park. And they do have these Pride items that we saw the other day, but they don't have a Spirit jersey, so I'm thinking it's just not a Disney World thing, it's definitely a Disneyland Paris thing. At least the Mexico Pavilion is indoors and cool, so we can do this little walk, and that can be our next place of refuge. We've got Minnie over here doing a meet and greet in her classic red dress. I love that. And over here we have Trowel and Trellis, which I think is mainly vegetarian and vegan items. They've got grilled baby vegetables, impossible sausage and kale soup, boneless impossible Korean short rib, and chocolate cake. And it smells really good. It's like a barbecue-y smell. And at the Mexico Flower and Garden booth, Jardin de Fiestas, a chicken enchilada, a beef taco, and a plant-based chorizo and black bean tostada. So that all actually sounds quite good too. And it's been a really long time since I've eaten at the quick service here in Mexico, La Cantina. So at some stage we'll try and do that. I'm not quite ready for anything like that right now, but on another upcoming trip we will do that. But for right now, let's get in here and ride the Grand Fiesta Tour. And it's unbelievable they have to say this, but they do have a no climbing sign because people have tried to climb this building. Not allowed. As soon as I step into this pavilion, I'm always reminded why it's my favourite. I absolutely just love the feel of it, the kind of inside-outside thing. It is great, and the fact that it's inside and has aircon is even greater. They always have really interesting merchandise in here, so yeah, definitely my favourite. And I think this is the line for Grand Fiesta Tour, so let's get into this. Sometimes I would think, no, I don't really want to stand in line for something like this, but to be honest, if you have that mentality, you end up not going on anything when it's busy because everything has a line, so we're just going to do it. I bet it moves really quickly. I'll let you know exactly how long it was. And if you do ever get a chance to eat in San Angel Inn, I highly recommend it, not just for the atmosphere, but the food is so good as well. Especially on recent visits, it's been like better than ever. And you can request a water table. You might have to wait a little while for that, but it's worth it. And I just ran into Dominique there, who works on this ride on Grand Fiesta Tour. So hi Dominique, and thanks for saying hi. That only took 10 minutes and it did look like quite a big line. So yeah, it takes no time at all to get onto this one. And this is my favourite table, this one right here. This hat is very neat actually, I've never seen that before, and that's $27.99. Ooh, look at this sauce. I mean, it's pretty awesome just for the bottle alone, look at that. That's actually quite scary. That's $12.99, and there is a bit of a line for the tequila bar today, but there often is because it is quite small. And if you're a fan of the Donald meet and greet, which happens outside the pavilion here, you could get yourself a Donald in his Mexico outfit, and he is $34.99. He's very fluffy, and if you're here during the Flower and Garden Festival, I would recommend going out of this side exit, which takes you down the ramp, because they have really beautiful flowers down there. Can be a good place to take some photos. And while we're here in Norway, if you do need the restroom, which I know is a bit of a random thing to give advice on, these are the best restrooms in my opinion, and the cleanest usually. Okay, time seems to have completely gotten away from me today because it is coming up time for my visit to the creperie, or La Creperie. Something I can't remember if I mentioned as well that has been a problem in this heat is my phone overheating. It's fully been like switching off and coming up with a message saying that it's overheated, it's too hot, like just from being outside in this temperature. So that is how warm we're talking. Even the iPhone can't take it. And I could absolutely drink a Schofferhofer right now in this heat, but it seems to be closed. That's weird, unless it's open around the other side, but I don't think it is. It seems to be completely shut, unless you can get it maybe in the quick service. Perhaps we'll have a look later. And one of my favourite topiaries is coming up. I do love Miss Piggy, she looks great, but I love little Kermie on his bike. He is definitely the best one in my opinion. Look at him. He's awesome. And it seems very quiet in this part of the world, considering it's the middle of the day. We're just coming up on Primavera Kitchen, which is the Italy Flower and Garden Festival booth. See if there's anything we might want to have here. Fried risotto balls stuffed with braised beef. Then they have ravioli, which is sweet sausage ravioli, and then a cream-filled Italian donut. No, I actually don't think I do want any of that. I've had to go umbrella for shade and fan. I've had to double up. Oh, I made it. Honestly, I do feel like I could faint, so let's get inside. Good grief. We are seated. I'm very glad about it. It's nice and cool and airy in here. It's not a huge location in here, so I would recommend getting a reservation because there are quite a few people waiting. The main reason I'm here is because I want to get one of the dessert crepes, but I am feeling a little bit hungry, so I think I'm going to get a soup and then a dessert crepe. That's my plan of action. And the one I really liked that I had last time was the pear one, this one here. I loved that, so I'm going to get that. They do have a prefix menu, which Kate and I did when we were here in January, so I'll link that vlog. And with that one you get like a savoury crepe as well, but I wasn't a massive fan of that, if I'm totally honest, but not because there was anything wrong with it, it's just not really my thing. Okay, so in the end the soup was a chilled tomato soup, which is not my thing, so I went straight for the crepe. This is the pear crepe with chocolate drizzle. It has whipped cream. It's so delicious. I loved it last time. And I've also got a coffee and some water, so this is perfect for me. I'm going to have this and then we will get underway again. I have said this before, but if anyone is a roller coaster wimp like me, or a ride wimp in general, and you get very scared, try and push yourself to do Guardians, because it's really not frightening. It is quite fast, it is a roller coaster, but it's very smooth and I just love it, and I am someone who gets very scared on rides, so yeah, if you can get an opportunity to do it, you definitely should try and push yourself a little bit, because it's just great. Okay, let's give this a try. It's so good. This and a cup of coffee, definitely what I wanted. It's amazing. And this is the total for my crepe. Obviously I just need to add tip and stuff. As you can see, it's not a super expensive little place to stop, and it was really nice just having a coffee and a crepe, so I can highly recommend that. Okay, as much as I was enjoying myself in there, and I quite honestly could have just sat there drinking coffee for even longer, I need to get back on the road because we need to make a slow walk over to Guardians of the Galaxy for our lightning lane, and obviously do a few things here in the World Showcase on the way. And here we are in Japan, which I always feel like is such a huge pavilion compared to a lot of the rest. I'm sure actually it doesn't take up any more room than some of the others, but it just feels like it does. It feels like it's so big. And we're just going to go into Mitsukoshi and have a little browse, see if we've got any new Animal Crossing characters. I noticed there's an awful lot of Tom Nook. Nobody wants to buy him. In fact, the reason we can't is because no one has any bells left, because he has taken them all. If you play Animal Crossing, you know what I mean. If you find yourself in any pain here in Epcot, they have pain relief patches. Well, this guy's a little menacing. Should I know who this is? Spirited Away. I'm not sure about him. Actually, the creepiest thing about him is his tiny little hands. I do like it that they've opened up the space a little bit in here. I guess they did that during the pandemic, but they did used to have a lot more displays and it felt very crowded at times. So this is actually a lot easier to move around. And while we're on the subject of Japan, they've just reopened travel. So hopefully we will get to go back to Tokyo Disney at some point, because I love it there. If you would like to see vlogs of Tokyo Disney, I will link them in the description below. And if you're in the market for a slightly different snack to your regular Disney snacks, they do have some wasabi rice crackers. They have chili bits and peanuts here. Something that I'm fairly sure is fishy and to do with tentacles. And they do have a little kawaii exhibition thing in here, so we'll take a look. I feel like there used to be more stuff kind of in here. And again, they do have some seating in here, and it's very nice and air conditioned, so another good spot to come to if you get overheated. And they have a little setup here of a Japanese apartment, and of course the icon that is Hello Kitty, whose full name is Kitty White. There we go, I actually did not know that. And another iconic character, of course, is Pikachu. He made his debut in Pokemon video games in 1996. People are definitely congregating more today in shady areas, I'm noticing. Anywhere where there's a tiny bit of shade, there are people. And unsurprisingly, the gelato is popular today. Anything cold will be popular. I've never actually had anything from here, so definitely next time I'm in the World Showcase, we need to try that. And let's get into the store here in Italy. I do really like this, and also this lemon sippy cup. Imagine this with my white lemon play suit that I have. This one's $24.99. and this one's $27.99. I really do not need another cup. If Becky was here, she would be making it happen, but I think I need to be sensible. They have some shirts as well. They have a whole lemon moment going on here. So if, like me, you like to dress up in lemon-themed outfits for Disney, they have got you covered. Keeping an eye on the time, and I'm going to breeze past the rest of the pavilions now because we need to get over to Guardians. Every day this week, the day just gets away from me. Like, entire hours go by and I don't even know what has happened. So there is no way I'm missing my Guardians lightning lane. So I'm going to make my way there now. Just spotted this little beer cart as I'm walking past. Maybe this is where you get the Schofferhofer now. Oh yes it is, I see it back there. So this is now where you get your Schofferhofer. It's just off to the right of the pavilion. So they've just moved it. Okay, we made it. That was not an easy walk. I just looked at the weather app and obviously you can see what the temperature is, but you can look at the feels like temperature because the humidity obviously has an effect. 42 degrees. Now that is not allowed. Okay, I just met Ellie and Charlie on the way in then, so hi to you guys and thank you for saying hello. There are some photo pass photographers who don't have a line, and I would like to get a photo of me outside this attraction because I don't have one yet, but I'm not sure about the sweat factor. I'm not feeling too unphotogenic, so we'll see when I get out. But now it's time to ride. Like I've said before, I can't film the attraction. And always make sure you get in the right queue, because this is the virtual queue and then this is the lightning lane, so there's two different ones. Okay, my hair is a little crazy after coming off that ride because it does blow your hair around. I absolutely love that ride. One thing I will say though, I did not know what the song was again. My 80s music knowledge is terrible. I'm going back to the room, I am downloading an 80s playlist and try and get some knowledge going, because I still can't tell you what song I had. I recognised it, but I don't know what it's called. And I was riding next to a little girl. There was a dad who was taking his two girls on the ride. So I was riding with one of them and she was quite scared to go on. I was really worried about her the whole way round and I couldn't tell whether she was enjoying it or not, but I think she was fine. But I love it. I love that ride so much. I'm now going to exit. I need to go back to Wilderness Lodge. I need to revive myself, ready for my nighttime in Magic Kingdom. I can feel my hair expanding by the second. This humidity is crazy because I think it is about to rain. So I'm going to go and get a bus, take a break, and then I'll be all ready to get back out there later. Okay, we now fully have rain, and on the way out there I met Mackenzie, and I'm sorry I've forgotten everybody else's name. I instantly met somebody else afterwards and everyone's name went out of my head. You know I'm absolutely terrible and you won't be surprised. You guys were here celebrating your parents' anniversary though, so hi to you. And then I ran into the Mooney family from Oklahoma, so thank you everybody for saying hi. I love having a little chat with you guys. But let's get out of here before we get a full-on rainstorm. This grey cloud is looking bad. And I also just ran into Mark and Anne there as well, and your family, so I hope you guys had a great day. Everyone is around here at Epcot this afternoon. Hey everyone, it is now later on. I've had a nap, a quick flick of the hair straighteners, and we are ready to go again across to the Magic Kingdom. When I got back here to the hotel, I did grab some dinner from Roaring Fork. I just had kids' chicken strips. It was actually a really massive amount. I also just grabbed myself a drink and a snack for tomorrow to have in my bag just in case I need it, and I'll put the cost of that on the screen. Like I said, I managed to have a tiny little sleep because the park is open till 1 AM, so hopefully I can stay as long as I possibly can. I'll see how I feel. It's currently 9:20. The fireworks should be happening right about now, and I think I can hear them over at the Magic Kingdom. So when I'm getting there, loads of people should be flooding out of the park, but obviously we'll be arriving, so that shouldn't be too bad. The extra hours officially start at 11, so I will be there for a little bit of time while the park is still open to everybody. So I'll probably use that time to just get myself a drink, walk around, maybe do my little ride on the People Mover because that probably won't be busy anyway. And then once the extra hours kick in, I can do the rides that tend to have a longer wait, and hopefully there won't be as many people around. We'll see what it's like. I know a lot of you guys are interested to see what the extra hours are like. The extra hours are for people staying in deluxe or DVC resorts. So if you just go online and search Disney World extra evening hours, it will give you the schedule. It's only Epcot and Magic Kingdom, and it's not every evening. So make sure that you do know when it is if you are booking a hotel in order to take advantage of these extra hours. For me, it just happened to be that they were on tonight in the Magic Kingdom, which was perfect. But if you are looking to book specifically to coincide with that, just make sure you check it ahead of time. So let's get going. I'm not taking the umbrella. It does say on the weather app no rain, so let's just hope that that is true. I must admit it does feel a little bit odd heading out to the parks at this time of night. Normally I'd be coming back now, but we're just leaving, so that seems a bit strange. I can never quite get over how big this lobby area is. It is absolutely huge. Probably the camera isn't doing it justice. It really is massive. There's so many nice places to come and sit here. If you've ever taken a break from the Magic Kingdom, this is a really great place to come. You can just jump on a boat, head over and take an extended break in the middle of the day. I don't need to let you know about the humidity. We've just stepped out from the air conditioning to the outside, and this is where we're at. But you should be able to hear the fireworks going off. I think this is our ride coming, and the electrical water pageant is happening just over there, which is very vintage. As usual after the fireworks, the scenes for the monorail are quite crazy, and that is to be expected if you are leaving right after fireworks. I'm glad we are going in and not out. And here we are, Magic Kingdom at night time, which we haven't seen yet this trip. I am 99% certain that something was biting me the whole way over on the boat. There were a lot of bugs around and I don't have bug spray on, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to live to regret that. Hopefully I don't wake up tomorrow absolutely covered in bites. It's just as magical walking into this park at night time for sure, and the temperature is way better than it was earlier when we were in Epcot. This is much more manageable. And let's see what colour Cinderella Castle is looking, because it does change at night time. Usually it has like projections on, I think. Yeah, we've got the iridescent look for the 50th. So nice. We'll get a bit closer in a second so you can see it. It's so impressive. Not had nearly enough Magic Kingdom time on this trip. It is always tricky when I'm only here for a week, but I'm so glad I've got these extra hours this evening. And I will be needing a drink to keep me going, so we're just going to head in here. Ooh, I like this. This is really nice. I mean, obviously, I don't necessarily need it, but it's $29.99. I mean, I literally have not bought myself one item of merch yet, so I mean, I'm gonna get myself something. Maybe this could be it. I'm gonna have a think about it. So I have my drink and it was $6.17, so add that to the total. And it was kind of funny because she's written Victorian on it, so there's a bit of a confusion as to whether or not this was mine, because when they were shouting out the name, I was like, what? But again, this drink is so perfect when it's hot. I love it. And here's a closer look at the castle. Looking so beautiful, it really does. But right now we'll take a slow walk over and ride the People Mover while the park is still open to everybody, because I would imagine that won't have a super long line anyway. But I'll take a slow walk because I do have to finish this first. No beverages on the People Mover. Okay, I'm just over here by the People Mover finishing off my drink. Do excuse any shiny sweatiness this evening. It is just going to be like this the entire time, so I do apologise. I've just been looking on the app for the wait times to figure out my plan of action. So I'm going to do the People Mover now. Then I think I'm going to go over and do like PhilharMagic and Little Mermaid, stuff that is going to have a low wait time anyway, because there will still be people who are kind of clearing out of the park. And then the stuff that has a longer wait time currently is Splash Mountain, which I might try and do later. Also Pirates is still quite high, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is high, Haunted Mansion is somewhere in the middle. So I'll make my way around in that direction, and then hopefully by the time I get to those ones that are busier, they might have gone a bit quieter. Big Thunder Mountain is down unfortunately, and it looks like it might be down for the night. There was actually a message on the app, so we might not get to do that one today.
People Mover is the perfect vehicle for people watching, so keep your eyes peeled. You never know who you might see.
Sean is looking amazing as well. Look at the canopy on there. That's looking a lot more finished than it was last time we were here in May. Very, very excited for that whenever it should open, hopefully soon. Okay, we have been suitably moved, and it is worth noting that the People Mover is not open during the extra hours. So that closes at 11. So if you do come for the extra hours and you want to ride that, I would do that first and then go ahead and ride the other things. Most other attractions are open, but just be sure to check because not everything is. And I don't want to run out of time to do everything because these extra hours can go very, very quickly. So I think I'll pick out PhilharMagic or Little Mermaid and do one or the other, and then I can get on to Haunted Mansion, Splash Mountain, Pirates and that type of thing. Some very exciting music over here by the Mad Tea Party. And here's the Mad Hatter statue, which I love. Another thing to bear in mind is that a lot of dining and snack locations and stuff are not open during the extra hours. Storybook Treats is, however. And here they have the Seven Dwarfs cones, which change every day, and the Snow White cone. And I think I'm going to go for PhilharMagic over Little Mermaid because I just love it so much. Watching PhilharMagic is actually one of the most enjoyable things to me. I love it. If you have a lot of nostalgia for the 90s Disney movies, then definitely you will love this. And I believe many, many years ago, this actually used to be some type of Lion King show. I don't remember that, but it was a very, very long time ago. Okay, that was weird. When they tapped my band to check that I was staying in a Disney resort, it didn't come up, it said not eligible. So I had to show my resort reservation on my Disney Experience app instead. Never had that happen before. I always forget how good the aircon is in here, it's amazing.
That's right, buddy. Keep it moving. And for your safety, please don't go putting on your special Opry glasses till someone tells you, okay? Now it's time to choose a row and move yourself all the way across so you can fill up all the empty seats.
Absolutely love that so much, and we haven't been in this store at the exit for a long time. Love that Donald on the ceiling there. Let's just see if there's anything interesting in here. I don't think I've seen these shirts before. So they have this one, Sick of Swimming, Ready to Stand. Bright young woman down the side. And that one is $36.99. And they also do have quite a big ear display in here as well. And I am going to buy the UK Pavilion Ears. When I asked the other day, a lot of you guys said yes, and the poll came out more yes than no. And then when I went to Epcot today, I forgot to pick them up, but they have them right here in the Magic Kingdom. So I am going to get these. I've not bought a single piece of merch this entire trip, so I can treat myself to these, I think. I'm really glad I popped into that store now, because I totally forgot to get those ears today, and I do really love them. When I saw them again, I was like, yes. I obviously fully inspected every single pair to get a good one, and they were $25.55 with my annual purse discount. It's looking much quieter around here. We have a 30-minute wait for Peter Pan, which is very low for that attraction. Kind of looks like Small World, I would imagine, is like 5 or 10 minutes. Let's see as we go by. 5 minutes. I think I'm going to do it. I still have over an hour, so let's go in. That time she tapped my band and it was fine, so who even knows what was going on with that. And I know how grateful you guys will be for getting this song stuck in your head after watching this vlog. You are welcome. And we walked right onto the ride, literally. That's awesome. Oh, we love the Blinky Hippo. Now I fully have that song in my head. Let's head to the mansion next. So I just ran into Joelle and her family there, so hi to you guys. And they had the lantern picture here over by the Tangled restrooms. I think I'm going to get it done. I've always wanted to have this photo pass done and never got round to it. So I'll probably sacrifice my ride on the mansion to get this done, and then hopefully we can still do Pirates and Splash Mountain. And it does feel like there's hardly anyone around at this point. Just a few people wandering. And it looks like Aloha Isle is still open, so you can still get yourself a Dole Whip or a Dole Whip float at this time of night, or morning I should say now. And we'll see what Jungle Cruise is as we go by. I haven't got time to do that, and it's not my favourite thing in the world, but it does normally have the craziest wait time during the day. Oh, you know what? I think it is not operating, so perhaps it's not one of the attractions you can ride during these extra hours, so that is worth knowing, unless it's just down randomly, but I would say it's more likely that it's just not included in the extra hours. I couldn't possibly do an entire trip without riding Pirates of the Caribbean. It is one of my favourite rides in the Magic Kingdom. When I scanned my band again, it did the same thing and didn't acknowledge that I'm staying in a deluxe resort. Interestingly, some of the cast members have iPads, some of them have like an iPhone type thing, and both times that it didn't pick it up was on an iPad. And then when it was on an iPhone, it did. It could be a coincidence, but the technology is clearly being mischievous today. Okay, I loved that as always, and I still have 20 minutes just to walk right over to Splash Mountain, so I should be able to get that done too. And I probably will try and film a little bit on my phone because my phone is waterproof. This camera is not. I might be able to use this as I'm going around, but definitely not as I go down the drop. And as you can see, there's barely anyone around in the park. I would imagine there's quite a few people still over by the hub, by the castle, taking pictures. It takes people a while to actually exit, but there's hardly anyone back here. And this will be a rare moment in my vlogs. I don't normally go on Splash Mountain very often because I don't want to get soaked, but it's only because it is the last thing at night and I'm about to literally go back to the hotel that I don't mind. I do love the ride. I have ridden it loads of times before. That's usually why I wouldn't do it during a day, because I just don't want to get absolutely soaking wet. I am kind of hoping I'm not completely on my own though. I don't know why, but that will seem frightening to me to be going around this ride by myself. I do like safety in numbers. Okay, here we go. It says 10 minutes, but I expect it's a walk on. Yep, as I thought, it's a total walk-on at this point, so we're almost there. No, my worst fears have been confirmed. I am in fact in a log by myself. This is not okay. I'm right at the back here. Genuinely thought we were going to take on board water there. I really wanted there to be other people in this log with me. Okay, that one wasn't bad.
Upside down, and you'll find yours with no photo. Honey rainbows on.
So, you're looking for a lapping place, eh?
Okay, here we go. I don't like this on my own. I don't like it on my own. Okay, look, I'm soaked, but it was good. Look at my hair. Okay, I have looked worse coming off that ride. I do think that sitting at the back did help. I did ask to sit at the back and I didn't get quite as soaked as I have done previously. It was really fun. They did ask if I wanted to go again and I was like, no thanks, I'm good. One soaking is enough. And with that all done, it is now 1:01 AM, so the park is officially closed. So they did actually offer for me to go around again on Splash Mountain, even though it was basically closing time. I guess they just let people go one more time, but as I say, one soaking was enough for one evening. It was really fun though, I'm glad I did that. So over the course of my, 3-hour visit-ish, I had my drink, rode People Mover twice, I then did Philhar Magic, Small World, had my photo taken, did Pirates and rode Splash Mountain. So I feel like that was quite a decent amount of stuff for such a short period of time. And there's hardly anyone back here anymore, just a couple of people dotted around ahead of me, but pretty much this area of the park is totally empty. I'm hoping I might be able to grab a bottle of water or something from somewhere because I'm a bit thirsty. I don't know if at this point anything at all will be open because it is after 1. If not at Wilderness Lodge, I'm guessing there'll be like a vending machine or at least something open maybe. And Main Street is looking great as ever. There's actually still quite a lot of people around for this time in the morning. Yeah, everything is totally closed at this point, so hopefully at Wilderness Lodge I'll be able to get myself a water. But that is going to be it for the Magic Kingdom on this trip. It's been a very brief trip this time, but amazing as always. And I'm guessing we can still get a boat, so let's head in that direction. Good morning, it is now the next day, as you can see. When I got back last night, it was probably around 10 to 2 by the time I got back. I was struggling to find somewhere to buy some water. There wasn't anywhere here at Wilderness Lodge. The vending machine wasn't working that the cast member on the desk sent me to. So I went back to ask if there was another one, and the cast member very kindly just went and got me some water. Disney are amazing like that. They will always help you out wherever they can. I just got back and went straight to sleep. I was so tired. It was so great having those extra hours in the Magic Kingdom though. Every time I've had the chance to do that the last few trips, it's always been great. I get a lot done during that time, and it's really nice being in the Magic Kingdom at the end when there's hardly anyone there. I loved doing Splash Mountain. I haven't done that for a long time, and although I did scream on the way down, it was really fun. And of course getting to ride Guardians again was so amazing. It was a shame in Epcot because honestly the heat was so bad yesterday, it did make it virtually impossible to walk around. Each time I had to walk somewhere, like when I walked over from the World Showcase to Guardians, I honestly felt like I was nearly passing out. It was that humid and hot, and you guys that I met yesterday, everyone was just like, oh my gosh, I can't cope with this. Like it really, really was something else. So I do think from now on I would stick to traveling between January and May, and then between September and December, which is what I usually do because it is just a little hot for me, to be honest. The beginning part of the trip wasn't too bad. It's really just been the last couple of days. But in the evening in the Magic Kingdom, it was actually okay because of course the temperature does drop a little bit in the evenings, although it was still pretty warm. I'll put the total spend for today on the screen, which may be a little bit higher because I did buy my ears. So that's going to be it for this vlog. If you enjoyed it, do give it a thumbs up. That helps other people to find the vlogs. Thank you so much for all your lovely comments, both here and over on Instagram and everywhere else. And for all of your support as always. You guys are amazing. I love meeting you, talking to you, chatting to you in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Our time has come. That was about 20 minutes, I would say, in line, which is what she said, so that was perfect. And here is the rainbow cake. Look at that. That looks amazing.